Fate's over here. Where's a mid? There's a couple of mid.
Suffer and break. Suffer and break.
Over here.
Utility out.
I didn't help her out, man.
Should have been better off if she would have went invisible and crouched. What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Vi gameplay, and today we're going to talk about the potential perk and gadget changes coming to Rogue Company. So we're going to listen to a little snippet from one of the Fireside Chats, actually the last Fireside Chat that Mini White Rabbit did over on Discord, and we're going to listen back to this, and then we are going to discuss this. So let's head over and check it out.
I know that this has actually been kind of a discussion. Hopefully you guys can still hear me because I'm grabbing something to drink, so I'm walking around my kitchen. But this is something that I know that the design team has talked about. Perks, I think, are kind of similar. Like, a lot of people kind of feel like with perks, if they were able to choose their perks rather than choose from like a predetermined list of perks, they would be able to kind of customize for their gameplay a little bit more. I think we kind of tried some of this with weapon mastery as well.
Yeah, I was about to say weapon mastery is kind of thing, or like it gives you more like a way to customize how you feel when you're playing.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, with weapon mastery, it's like, do you like this SMG more than this other SMG? And we should give you an opportunity to be able to use that SMG if you want to. So I think with 2022, there may be more experimentation on designs front about what does it look like if we opened up things like perks and allowed people to kind of make their own decisions for their own kind of playstyle with perks. And I think there also may be some of that experimentation with gadgets as well.
So here we heard Mini White Rabbit talk about the potential for perks to basically be something that is more like the weapon mastery along with gadgets, and I think that these are two separate topics, but they're lumped together in this Fireside Chat. I'm going to discuss both of them together in this one video. So we did cover this on the newest episode of the broadcast, and this clip of the Fireside Chat actually goes on for another 3.5 minutes. So if you're interested, please go and check that out in the last episode of the broadcast. But let's break this down for a second here. So if they're planning on doing perk mastery, what that tells me is it's going to basically give us a list of perks that we have access to, you know, as players, and we're going to be able to basically build loadouts with that, or cards, or whatever you want to call it, kind of like what Paladins does to a certain degree. And I think that there are several things that we need to take into consideration with something like this. The first thing that I think is, why make this change now? Like the weapon mastery changes, like the weapon mastery reward system made absolute sense. The fact that you actually introduce weapon mastery and give people the ability to go in and pick what weapons that you want to have and that you want to run kind of unbalances the game in a lot of ways. I think the same thing is going to happen with perks unless they do one of two things. Unless they actually go in and they rework all the perks and tone some of the perks down just a little bit, because there's some very powerful, like, must-pick perks. And it'll definitely be a meta that involves what perks that you need to run. Or they're going to have a card system, kind of like what Paladins has, where you can fill your perk slots out and you can actually upgrade them or allocate resources to those perks to make them better and better. So, for example, Life Drain. If you have a Life Drain at a level 1 card, you know, you may get like 5% health back. The more that you invest into it, you can work it all the way up to 80 or 100%, or, you know, whatever the percentage would be. And I think that that's the only way that you're going to be able to balance it. You're either going to have to let it hit the economy and let the economy do all the work, or you're going to have to go in and just completely redesign a lot of the perks in the game. I don't think that this is a good idea. I think that the perk system, the way that it is now, is already busted whenever you couple certain rogues with certain weapons and certain perks and certain abilities. And then if you're just going to open the floodgates to allow everyone to have access to these perks, then it's going to cause a huge snowball effect into a massive game-wide meta that is just going to make it completely unfun. It's going to force everybody to play in a very, very similar way. And they're saying in this clip that they want to open it up and let players play the way that they want to play. But that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is people are going to figure out, okay, these perks are the best perks to run. These gadgets are the best gadgets to run. These weapons are the best weapons to run. These rogues with their abilities are the best rogues to run. And they're going to exploit it like crazy, like they've done with the arbitrator, like they've done with the objection. It's just going to be on a larger scale because the perks influence the game in a lot of different ways. Same thing with gadgets. Gadgets is going to be identical because you're going to have those gadgets that are going to be absolutely OP, especially in the hands of specific rogues that have, that could have access to them. And that is going to just create another snowball effect. And if you're going to do both of these things coupled with weapon mastery, it's just going to be a giant disaster, in my opinion. I don't think that this is going to work the way that the developers hope that it's going to work. I think that this is going to be something that will create an unconditional meta, and it will be a never-ending change to the game that is just going to ripple from that point forward. Unless they do a really good job reworking the perks, or unless they invest something like a card system or something similar to that with the perks, this is going to blow up. In the same way with gadgets, like they're going to definitely have to go in and tweak a lot of the gadgets in order to make this something that is actually going to feel good to play with and good to play up against. The utility meta is already in full swing, and if people want to argue the point that it's not, I mean, the majority of the pushes come with how much utility, how much lethal gadgets you can spam onto a point site, coupled with abilities and the most OP weapons in the game, and it feels very bad to play against. It feels very bad to have to play that way. I like having to think outside the box and actually outthink and outplay my opponents, as opposed to, hey, here's a bunch of stuff that guarantees instant kills and instant downs. Go have fun. It just doesn't make for a rewarding experience whatsoever. And I really hope that they're taking all of these factors into consideration. I kind of have a feeling that they're not taking all these factors into consideration, because if they were, then they probably wouldn't even be debating the idea. Like, they're going to have to go in and do such a massive amount of work to the perks that actually exist in the game now and the gadgets that exist in the game now to be able to make this happen. Why are you investing that much time, money, and resources into something like that whenever the game is not optimized whatsoever? I have a very high-end PC, and it's not optimized to run in high settings, by the way, on my PC. We need to invest this money, we need to invest this time, and invest these resources where it actually matters, as opposed to putting more broken systems into the game. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Do you think that perk mastery or gadget mastery and having the ability to select whatever perks and whatever gadgets you want would be a good thing? Or do you think that it would just add to this already avalanche of issues that we're currently having, specifically because of weapon mastery? Very interested to know what you guys think, so please let me know down below in the comment section. Also, be sure to check the description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, on Thursdays from 8 to 11 p.m., I will be streaming Rogue Company, so if you want to hop into some custom games and have a good time, please do that. And then also on Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, my wife and I will be playing BioShock 2, so if you don't have anything going on, please feel free to stop by. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm revealed.
Lethal out. Bomb has been dropped.
This bitch is a problem. I think she might have picked my sniper rifle up.
Oh!
Dude, really? I pressed the goddamn button and it fucking doesn't pick the shit up.
Damn.
Then wiped out.
Knew he was there, I just didn't know where.
Deploying lethal. Open for business. Lethal out. Lethal out.
I did that.
Deploying lethal.
We're coming on backside of house.
Bomb down. Help me up. Suffer. Quick.
Flashbang landed right on me.
Need that bomb.
I have the bomb.
I got the bomb.
They're watching for my claymores now. Get people up now, bitch.
He's back there.
Watch your step.
I'm locked up. God damn it.
Really?
Yep.
I have the bomb. My allies will not die in vain.
Yeah.
Arming the bomb. Bomb's armed. See it through.
Hold off, careful.
Dude, on my screen, it's a still frame of us walking in, like when it does the introduction at the beginning. What it's showing me. Weird.
Another contract done, and still no closer to a cure.
All right. Let me see these stats here.